Our replay analysis 7.27c. We've got a user request off of YouTube. His name is Robert. He wanted me just to analyze this game. Now, mind you, I don't know who he is. I don't know what hero he played, so we're just going to keep it very generic. I understand that obviously it would help if we can kind of know who he was and just follow him around, but in this case, we'll just kind of keep that in mind in the sense that we'll just kind of judge everyone equally. Sorry. 1 second. Okay, so going in, Dire seems like a very traditional lineup in the Quap mid, your PL carry, Clock, and what I believe is the Lion as the 3 and 4. Ursa here, who I think is still very, very strong, is laning with the Bane, which is going to be super difficult and super annoying. And hang on, as that pause goes through, let's just kind of rewind or fast forward that because we don't really need that. And on the other end, I'm not sure if this is an Earthshaker. There's no way this is a mid, right? Yeah, hang on. Okay, let's speed things up. The Jakiro DC'd. But one thing that kind of sticks out to me right now is what is going to be their mid lane. There's a little bit of action here. Ursa here does need to be a bit careful because they do have 3. Ursa does not want to go up first blood. That dagger will slow him down. The line secures it with the Earth Spike. Wow. Okay, so Bane kind of not doing sleep, and he went with Brain Sap instead, which is fine. But this is going to be an Earthshaker mid. Interesting. Okay, so we're starting off with a little unique Radiant style, but this is to pretty much counter the PL, I'm assuming. And we do see Earthshaker mid. It's not like something that's completely never seen. Obviously, we've seen Sumail do it in the past. There have been some other notables as well. But this tends to be with the new 2-2-1 picking, that is. Basically, you're going to see probably... Oh, let's... Hang on. I don't want that to happen again, but man, there's a lot of pause action. I don't know what server this is. Okay, but basically, with a 2-2-1, you're going to have your supports, generally speaking, be the first 2 picked. Obviously, after that is going to be the offlane and probably your carry. That's usually how it works, at least in my pubs. And the mid pick is going to be last. So I'm assuming this is the one where he saw that the PL was picked in the second phase. And so then they went with the Earthshaker to kind of just counter that. And I mean, it's not the worst of, picks, so to speak. I don't think that, it's not the high tempo action that's going to happen, but you're going to have outs in terms of that late game, right? And that's pretty much the big thing about this game is that you don't want the PL to get out of control. Now, I'm not sure if the Clock is actually DC'd here. It seems like a little, because he is moving around, but he can be microed. But one thing to note is that they don't, Clockwork is actually DC'd. So, yeah, a little bit of respect. I mean, if it's a ranked game, I suggest that you do let them pause it, right? I don't know how long it's going to take. I mean, within reason. If it's more than 4 or 5 minutes, I think that at that point, that's kind of like the end of it. But especially in a ranked game, right? It sucks if you're on that side where your hero, your teammate or whatever DCs. And this is one of those types where you just got to make sure that you're playing fair, right? And not to say that in Dota you always need to be playing fair, but it definitely helps. So the creep wave here in a perfect spot for the Radiant side. I really like this. And one thing to note that I haven't seen too much of is Sven. And I feel like Sven has been buffed up here. The nice little 2-man stun there. But they're going for the Ogre one, which is a little bit of an issue because just of how tanky he is. 13.2 with the Tango. I think innate is 6 regen. So he's kind of just going to shrug it off, really. And so we see Lion. I don't want to judge where or assume where people are coming from on this, but I'm thinking that obviously with the amount of DCs here, it's definitely North America, South America, something of that sort. Dare I say South America? Maybe I'm judging. I don't want to put people in boxes, but all right. Nonetheless, you see the Stormhammer, 1 point, and the Cleave in the other points. While Cleave is fine, it is going to push the lane, so you do need to be a little bit careful, but because of the fact that you're laning against the PL, not the worst skill choice to go with, because obviously you can deal with disillusions very easily, and you're going to push it anyway, so you just got to make sure that, the Jakiro here doing a good job of just pulling it and making sure that you're not giving up a lot more XP than you need to. So, but that said, you don't have Warcry, and as he kind of felt that, he got a little bit low. Normally, you would Warcry in that situation to just get yourself out. Obviously, the extra movement speed and I believe, the armor of 6. So a little bit of a different style of Sven, right? They did buff the what was it? The Great Cleave increased, yeah, by 50. So we'll see more of that. Jakiro, I like this placement. Even if you're not going to really attack the creeps, you're going to be here just to kind of soak the XP. But you do want to steal the last hit. I don't think you will. Okay. But he's just kind of nearby, making sure he does it. But one thing I don't like is that he's not using the Liquid Fire, which is free. You want to cast it willy-nilly. You know, let him burn. And plus, it slows him down a little bit. Oh, the dual breath there. But they want to go for Jakiro. Oh, they got the nice Storm Hammer. They catch the right illusion, or the right PL, that is, and not the illusion. So, not the worst thing there. Now, Ursa, on the other hand, is 21-4. Is kind of dominating the... I mean, Clock started off on the bad foot with the DC and whatnot. And actually, Clock is kind of making his way back downtown. And is kind of... Like, I don't know if he's completely zoned out. He did the Walk of Shame in the sense that he went back to the fountain. But nonetheless, that's going to really slow you down. Okay, nice brain sap there. One thing to note against the Lion is that... he's going to want to cast his spells as much as possible. He's going to use his mana drain to get his mana back via you. So sometimes having a stick is okay, right? Because he's going to be casting a lot of spells. Something to note. And to be honest, while people say that Lion is really not that strong in 7.27C, he still has a place, right? In this level, as I believe it's Crusader, or sorry, Archon. So at that point, really, almost any hero is game. I don't think that we need to worry too much about metas and all that stuff. Nice sleep there into stealing that rune. Sweet dreams to that Lion who got his tranquils. He'll probably just get the next set of bounty. All right, now mind you, another DC here. This is a little bit of plagued by... Is Jakiro gone? All right, I don't know. It looks like Jakiro is still gone because he DC'd right next to the bounty room. But yeah, I think just people are getting a little impatient because we've just had so many DCs already. And Ursa with no mana. And he's gone on right here. The nice Earth Spike there will lock him into place with the cogs. He's got to dig his way out, and that will be first blood. Nice little play right there. Nice little combination. And Clock is definitely strong in the offlane, so definitely something that you want to do. Have a nice laning partner, that is, and having good combinations. Okay. Sven sees the PL do an illusion rush right at him, so he turned to face him, but he does have the soul ring, so he can start spamming out those spells. Bane trying to sleep his way out, and another Cogs Earth Spike combo, and that's going to be secure that one. But Ursa's now here. Wow, and they're just going to kind of walk away. Yeah, Ursa's struggling in this situation. This is kind of rough. Now, this is the type where Bane needs to start stacking, needs to do that, and Ursa needs to look maybe of going elsewhere. Like, this lane is super rough. I think that they've already lost the lane. I mean, 2 bracers already. Ursa with just, you know, boots, right? And this comes down to itemization. I feel like you're not going any mid-tier item, right? Like the Wraith Bands, the, you know, the Bracers, all of these things that kind of just help you win the lane, right? Because now you're just getting gun on, and then, yeah, this is going to be a super rough one, right? You really, they can do this combination at will, right? This guy's not going to run out of mana. Maybe mana issues from Clock, but he's just so tanky right now. 1,200 life at 6 minutes. That's quite a lot to deal with. And this is, again, going back to the itemization, you went Treads here with the Ursa. I feel like you're really missing an item in between this. I don't know if that Orb of Venom is really the way to go. I feel like you need to really do the damage because you're not looking to harass the heroes. You just need a last hit. And that starting off stronger in the first phase would make your life a lot easier because you have the items to do the damage and you can outlast hit people. Now you're struggling. Now you're behind. You have to do the Walk of Shame. I suggest you start farming on your way back. But instead, you're going to continue to... Okay, now you've got the TP, so now you kind of come on through. But again, at what cost? I think Bane needs to get out of this lane. I think... You know, it's weird because Bane is like such a strong laner. The Fisher coming on in, but he does have Echo, but obviously no boots, or sorry, no blink, no initiation, really. And yeah, Bane is getting gone on. He's going to get, the cogs is there. He's going to get stuck, locked on in, and there's nothing you can do. Bane just panics. Yeah, and that's going to be the end of that. And this is going to be, this is again a really super rough lane. Mind you, we always talk about when we look at replays and we ask other people. Nice respect there. Another, he doesn't have the mana for cogs. Oh, but you're running the wrong way. Yeah, and this is going to be super, super rough. Okay, so when you're having a bad lane like this, it's like, what do? You've already, you're at this point feeding. They're both level 6. You're level, I'm assuming this is you, 5 and 4, right? You've lost this lane. So how do you get back into this game? You need to, A, notice how your support was never pulling. So the off lane had free reign in terms of how they would control these, you know, the creeps. They would be right up front, and they would just dominate this. Why is he sleeping his teammate? Okay. All right. This line is going on. He does have Finger if he wants to go. He pumped it, but instead he backed off. The Fisher catches out on one. Oh, and Earthshaker, why would you walk into that? Oh, you got completely gerbaited. That was a really nice play by Lion, actually. He was super patient with the Finger. Like, he didn't use it right away. Like, normally, I think when you're going for that gank, you just go in and you just blast it, right? But he wanted to secure the kill, make sure he gets that buff. And it's pretty sick in the beginning, especially when you can do that. Now, you have to just constantly get ganks whenever, every 140 seconds, which, in my opinion, the cooldown is ridiculously long. 160 seconds, excuse me. But yeah, Ursa, you need to get out of this lane, okay? 10 minutes? Where are you going? But yeah, you're wasting like literally 30 seconds waiting for this rune. Obviously that you were moving into position, but you should be farming. You need to get out of this, right? And to be honest, I talk about Ursa being strong. Oh, he's gone on. Nice Earth Spike on this guy. Earth Spike, Lion's been making plays on the back end of this. Sven actually has to come on in. He war cries forward. Lion needs to get to the high ground. Oh, and here comes Bane. Not really much to go. Sleep on the first one. They catch the first Predator. And they're going to look for the clock here. Clock is just kind of running. He does have hook. So if he makes a play or finds a creep. Oh, he went. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's going further in. And I mean, obviously this is space created, right? But what is he going to do? I think he's panicking. Okay. And you have the haste. Oh, he used the hook shot for that? Okay. Ice Path. Yeah, you really didn't have anywhere to go. But again, you've created space. Like, this is, I mean, as a clock, at the end of the day, yeah, you're gonna die. But look how much time you've wasted. Like, this is literally like a minute. I feel like we need to turn on the Benny Hill music. Okay, but nonetheless. Alright. So again, you got your Ring of Health now. There's a play top. Sven ended up killing the Quap, who had probably dove in too deep. Thinking that you could just blink away, but man, that cooldown, something you gotta work on, right? It's 15 seconds versus the 6 at level 4, so if you're not gonna level it, really, there's no point. Oh, man. Ursa, you don't want to walk into this. You've been fire blasted. You got more reinforcements on the way. You gotta sleep him. Here come the bundle of creeps. Let the creeps go, man. Look at how much damage they're doing to the line. But, okay, Bane is in a bad spot. No mana. Really not much to go. A nice hook shot there, and Cogs, and yeah, with Battery Salt, he should be dead. I mean, he's so tanky, he can kind of just outlast this. Even with Brain Sap and the Finger. Boom. Headshot, right? Alright, so Ursa here, again, very, very late, very, very behind. If we're looking at net worth alone, yeah, we knew that there was going to be a bit of a dip here. Sven, though, I'm quite impressed. The fact that he is top of net worth. He seems to be jumping back and forth. He seems to be there, right? The fight was happening when they're chased down the clock. So he's been on point, and he's been making life miserable for the PL here, who almost has Diffusal. Oh, he's got the Soul Ring for it if he wants to go for this. Stormhammer? Does he doppel? Oh, he doesn't doppel away. Was it on cooldown? It might have been. Yeah, okay, it was on cooldown. But you gotta, okay, when you're up against the Sven like this, you need to make sure that anytime he's about to Stormhammer, because it's this big, obvious meteor that's coming at you, right? You need to ensure that you have Doppelganger. Oh, nice Sonic Wave there, pushing him back and it'll slow him. And the Ignite will just get him very, very low. Yeah, there's no way he gets out of this, right? Yeah. And Suko, the Quap, secures that kill. Okay, what else? Earthshaker here, still a ways away. He's going to look to get Arcane Boots first. Oh, nice hook shot there. Salt Battery. Cogs are stuck on in. Okay, for the record, Clock straight up counters Earthshaker. The reason being is because he wants to do that enchant totem thing where he like drops it down, but there's a cast time on that. And the stun that you're going to see from his Battery Assault actually stops him from doing that. So he looks like he's like pump faking, like a rebounder in basketball. Hey, Ivan, how are you? But yeah, basically he can never cast his enchant totem. So instead of going for the enchant totem, what he needs to do, he needs to actually just hit the cog and just get his way out of there. You know, that's pretty much the only way. By the way, my room is incredibly dark because it is raining like a mother. I did not expect that. I will turn on the light in a second, but for now you're stuck with this like ghost like me. Please, like, embrace yourself, I guess. Nonetheless, Sven is here, level 10. Doing quite well. I think that Tryhard 2 is doing a good job in terms of, you know, how to win this game, how to get back in. Farm as much as you can, obviously. Do what Ursa should have been doing. And Ursa is still a ways away from the the Battle Fury. Clock with Invis. They do see this. There's no way that they didn't see that, especially with that. They're pinging it out, right? The Observer Ward saw that rune. All right. But let us see. He's trying to look around. Okay, Clock has Blade Mail, but my man, you need really just one TP. Come on, man. All right. Lion here is actually scared away the Sven. Oh, they do see him. They do see him. Oh, they get the nice hook on. But I don't know if you've got really the damage for that, especially with God's Strength. Okay, but all of your friends are coming, and they've got the Fire Blast, the stuns, the Earth Spike, the Finger. And, yeah, that's a dead Sven. Even with that awesome sword, you're still going to go down in the end. That's a nice rotation. And the supports have been far superior in this dire side. You know what I mean? Like, this Lion has been on point. He's almost gotten a kill almost every single time it's off cooldown. So his rotations have been on point. Oh, really? Bane, my friend. I feel like you're not comfortable on this Bane. I feel like the plays that you're making and just like the things that you're doing, just casting your spells, I feel like there's a little bit of a delay. Like you're still kind of thinking about it. It's not like muscle memory. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But, oh, nice Fiend's Grip there. But, oh, into the Ice Path, Micro Power, the Sonic Wave. Sven is now in position. That was nice. They do secure the Lion at least, but the Quap, he's going to go on in. Do they have another stun? Somebody's got to have a stun. He's going to have Blink in 5 seconds. And again, this is why you need more levels than that. The Ice Path just catches him out. Yeah, and he's dead. So if you're going to go crazy ham like this, as the Quap, you need to make sure that, you know, you've got the cooldown for it. Okay, then nice Assault Battery there, and they got the sleep in, but they're just going to pass it back and forth. He's got a Berserker Rage on out of that. He gets stunned one more time, but that, and he dodges the hook shot. And the Clock just getting very, very low. Enfeebled. Blade Mail will probably not save him. He's looking to turn this. The Fisher will just kind of stop him in place, but man, he is fast. He's Cogs. Go, Gadget, go, Arms. Go. I'm cheering for you, man. Where's he going to run to? He's got Battery Assault one more time. And, wow, Clock gets away. Thunderwolf with the plays. That was actually a really nice high ground. Cogs here, pushing them back. And then, you know what I mean? And so he loses vision. So like a really nice play. That's just like a really heads-up play. Understanding vision, understanding where I need to place the Cogs. This is just going to be a harassment hex into Mana Drain. I mean, Ursa's running away, right? This is your position, what, 4 Lion? That the Ursa can't really fight. I mean, he doesn't have BKB. I believe he's getting his Battle Fury right now. Let's just see. What is UPS delivering? Yeah. All right. PL has gotten his Diffusal. And here we go. And they're going to turn this around. The Earthshaker, again, just being slept just to kind of defensively use. But again, that Assault Battery, just Battery Assault, just kind of locking him in place. He can't do that Enchant Totem. Oh, nice 3-man Ice Path there. But Bane, I'm pretty sure you're dead. Yeah. Oh, to the nightmares for you. Okay, Battle Fury here for Ursa. Lion is going to push with Ogre, who's going to get Halberd. Okay, okay, I like that call. Getting Halberd here is very good against this, obviously, this super dangerous Ursa. More disable, more, okay. Nice Fire Blast. Are people coming? Is it just you two? Because if it's just you two with Sven coming, yeah, the Stormhammer, and they're looking to turn this, and Ogre was just like, I just want to take the ward out. Don't fight, Quap. This is the time where, hey, if you see this many people, you just got to get the hell out. Okay. And a double kill. Okay. So this is how you get, you know, you did a good job of laning, and you actually made Ursa have a rough game, but this is how you let him get back in the game by feeding like that. Okay? It was kind of work. It was kind of cute. Lion and Ogre just making plays. But you don't really have the damage. You got the control. And now it's getting to the point where the mid-game starts. And he's got 1300 life. He's got his ult in Rage. So definitely some things that, you know what I mean? He's not the same old bear that you knew. You know? He's kind of a grown-up bear now. He's not, whatchamacallit. Who's the, there's Yogi Bear, obviously. And then, who's the little guy? Okay, somebody has to give me the name on that guy. I don't remember him. But he's the guy. Alright, nonetheless. Okay, that'll kill me. Nice D-ward there for just the sentry. The flare and the hook shot. Nice hook into the Earth Spike, though. And into the finger. Nice combination. These two have been working well together. And the Quap does secure the kill on the Sven. Top of net worth, right? Something you need to worry about. One thing to note is that Sven has been going a lot of mid-game items, drums, echo, which is fine. But he does need to get his BKB up ASAP. I think that this is like a pretty big one. I probably would have gotten like drums and then BKB. But usually my cycle is one offensive, one defensive item. Nice cogs again, creating more space. And that's looking probably to get the T1 mid. If he's smart, yeah, a couple more shots. Just locking that one in, might as well. And Lion steals the last hit. What a dick. Gucci gang. Alright, nonetheless. Gotten T1, very important. Quap here. Has an Orchid. You need to respect this. She can make plays. And mind you, her blink is starting to get, you know, pretty high. They found the Earthshaker. He doesn't have Echo. But Ogre's like, don't leave me behind, guys. Fisher does lock him into place. The Fiend's Grip will lock in the Ogre. Quap is nearby. Just picks up a rune. Doesn't really want to help. But the nice two-man Ice Path into a Macropyre. But have they secured anything? No, it looks like they're gonna tuck tail and run. Because the PL is here and they don't know which is the real one, so they'll probably just back off here. Sven needs to get, I mean, okay, why is BKB so, oh gosh. Nice two-man Earth Spike here. Ice Path is stopping them. Wow, that was a really nice one. That was super dangerous. Fire Blast, but I don't think that that's the one you want. Sven to sleep, the defensive one. We'll keep him going for now. But I was about to say, okay, BKB, super important. Obviously, Quamp does no damage to you. If you BKB, I mean, if he silences you, you can BKB out of that. Earth Spike, all of these hexes, control from the Ogre as well, you know, all this stuff, right? And surprisingly enough, Clock, most of his stuff is straight up magical. I'm sorry, everything is magical. So, more reason to have BKB. Like, if they're trying to stop you, trying to stun you, trying to damage you with nothing but magic, what counters magic? BKB. Or a pipe. I think that it's definitely high on the list. And interestingly enough, oh, I thought, okay. Ursa here with the Yasha, he's going to get a little bit fatter. Wow, okay. Essence Ring. Interesting. You waste time to summon a portal. That's a waste. Alright, but PL is going to get Hearts up next. I think that that's going to be a little bit of a game changer. That's going to be a bit of a power spike. And PL, I'm not so, obviously, if you can, you know, doppelgang away and you know how to use this hero well, like I prefer a Manta, to be honest, but as the defensive item as opposed to like a BKB. Ooh, hook shot catches out the Bane. Cogged on in, the finger is there, and that's going to scare it, but a nice three-man Ice Path with the Macropyre. And the Clock is actually stuck into that, but they're going to kind of just get themselves out of that. Line with the blink. Potential for outplay is there. One thing I'm not seeing enough of is utility. The clock is making ganks, so he's got the vessel, so that's the right item. But in terms of the radiant side, I'm not really seeing that. I feel like magic damage is definitely high on the list of things they need to be careful about. And man, this Earthshaker's been having a rough game. He was your mid, and he's literally bottom 3, right? He didn't really have a great lane. So your Sven is pretty much going to be your carry. I mean, obviously with the Ursa. But both are very far behind. They don't have BKB. And again, I can't stress the importance of how, you know, that BKB. It's pretty massive. I feel like this is a lost cause. And look, if you're at home watching this, BKB will help you more than almost any item in the game. I know it does. I know you don't feel like it does. I know you don't, you know, think it doesn't give you. Doesn't do damage, it doesn't kill things, but it will keep you alive. The potential for outplay with the BKB is just so massive. All these guys want to do is stun you. They want to lock you down and they want to kill you. But if you've got BKB, it negates all of that. Okay? Really, it will help you. It will gain like 1,000 to 2,000 MMR. Like, I shit you not. Like, it's a simple item, and if cores get it more, you will win way more. Like, your 50% rate is what the norm is going to be, right? That's why you're stuck in that bracket. That's why that MMR is where you're at. Is because of the little things. And Ice Path just on 1. Okay. I'll get off my soapbox here. Mind you, I don't go BK. Ooh, finger. Another one. And that's going to be his 6th. Nice. 1 Echo. It looked like a single man Echo because PL actually doppelganged away. Sonic Wave, and he's been silenced. He's got nowhere to go. Earthshaker will die for that. Bane is looking to get run up on as well. And yeah, Bane is dead. Oh, that brain sap. Holy crap. Okay, I didn't know you can gain that much life off an illusion. But mind you, Sven, to be honest, I don't like this TP. Okay, they're going to look to turn this. Why aren't you fighting? Why aren't you fighting? You stunned him and you didn't get any shots in? What was that? He, like, literally backpedaled. What was that? All right, let's fast forward this. Pause. Ain't got time for pause. All right, now, nice Fiend Grip. 2-man Earth Spike. Locking them in, but you didn't hit the Bane. Okay. Earthshaker dies in the end. Okay. Okay. The issue with this fight was that obviously the PL was sticking around too far. Why are you diving here? Right? I mean, yeah, it was just an illusion. And you're continuing to fight when you're down 3 heroes. Or 2 heroes. This is not good. This is great for Radiant, actually. They're going to secure another one. It looks like they're going to get the Lion as well, who's going to look to blink. Blink! Okay, okay, okay. Got a chance, got a chance. Get in there. You chose the wrong trees. Oh! Oh, that Earth Spike actually gives a trail. TP! 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 Alright. Whew. 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 I was clenching my butt on that one. Whew. That was all for you, Lion. Nonetheless, you got out. Okay, but here is the thing, right? If you think you're strong, where that you can go high ground, all you need to do is fix the lanes. Okay, this is not fixed. Okay, this needs to be fixed. The lane needs to be pushing out here. This lane needs to be somewhere out here. This lane is fine where it's at. Because it kills this creep wave, and it's going to put pressure on this tower. Literally all of the lanes, if they're fixed in this area... Hang on, I gotta drop my coffee for this. But like, literally, if the lanes are here, this is how much vision the Radiant would have. That means you can go for this big old fatty. Right? Knowing objectives. Once you have the Roshan and you have Aegis, this is a game changer. Right? It's an extra life. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it gives you so much. Now, I feel like this is going to start throwing, right? You guys are getting out of position. Things are not, going well. And this is like a whole, hey, do you really want to win this game? Now I'm actually questioning what side you're actually on. I thought, obviously, you thought you were Radiant just because you were like having a bad laning phase and you were losing. But this is like a momentum shift, right? Everything, you're going to feel this in the team. And this is when the all chat happens. Oh, the Echo completely misses. Okay, so Scar here has completely fucked up those Echoes this game. He is not familiar with this hero. That Fiend's Grip takes forever, and Quap gets away. She's so low. Oh, she's ticking. Oh, she's fine at 22 life or something. Wow. Okay, so she gets away. This ogre's like, guys. And the UPS guy still makes a delivery. Oh, how is ogre still alive? Hero's super strong. Mind you, if you need a position 5 hero, ogre, always good. Always good. Plus, he's ridiculously sexy. Like, look at this. He's got 2 heads, man. 2 heads. That's ridiculous. Alright. Nonetheless, this is a real gut check in terms of your team and how things are going, right? Like, how do you rebound off of something like that? Oh, hook. Salt and battery, you've got the okay, BKB. Just get on out. Just walk away. Alright, you want to fight this. Okay, but your BKB's kind of running out. Ursa, Papa Bear. Papa Bear has no BKB. You're looking to rage on out of this. You're going to fight, and you're going to go for the... okay, yeah, you're going to be stun locked. So another reason why we go BKB after one big item. Right? If you went Battle Fury instead of the SNY, and you went straight up BKB, like, yeah, you might not have charges, like, throughout the game, but you got to just kind of ration that, but you'll win more team fights, meaning you will make more money. Okay? This game is about money. I know you don't think it is, but it is. Alright? It's like, how do I invest properly? Right? It's a clear example of that. You know what I mean? Because some people choose the wrong items, and we see it all the time. Like, let me give you an example. Actually, that's okay. Force. Like, this guy's been dirt poor the entire time, right? I think that this is more of a familiarity issue. Here, like, Jakiro, okay, I get the fact that you got Greaves, right? It'll keep you sustaining and all that stuff, but I think as a position, I think you're a position for this game. You needed to have gotten some way to lock down further, like the Quap, like the Lion. Just make sure that if you just buy a little bit of time so that both of your heavy melee cores can actually just kill them, right? If you just lock them down. Like, this is where Ursa and Sven kind of struggle, is that aside from the Stormhammer, they don't really have a way to lock you down, okay? And by just locking them down, you play to their strength, where Ursa will literally just kill everyone else, right? Because if the food doesn't move, like, how easy is it for, like, a lion to catch their prey, right? Like, if the jackal isn't going anywhere, okay? Yeah, you're right, but he's still a ways away, right? In terms of itemization, he hasn't gone Ags, right? Their team needed more lockdown, and their team is not really providing that. This Earthshaker is technically there, but he's missed his echoes. He hasn't been able to... Okay, gets a nice fissure there, but no follow-up. Like, he's playing like a position 4 would, you know? Like, if he was brave enough, he would have literally just blinked on top of that guy, and you don't need to echo that one dude, but you can just lock him into place. And plus you're here, and then you can just lock in other people, right? And then your team was nearby. So it's not really taking that initiative, not really being aggressive, not understanding how that hero should be played. Because, yeah, sometimes it's blind, and you got to be careful and stuff like that. But, I mean, if your teammate is following you, this is it. You got to go for it, right? This clock has been a major nuisance. I mean, he's level 16 versus the level 21 is Sven. And this is the type where Sven, like, they don't know how strong, or Sven doesn't know how strong Sven is. I bet you Sven talks to himself in the third person, like that level, right? Like, this is a guy who doesn't know himself, right? He doesn't know what his strengths are. Hex. Look at how long that Hex is. Oh my good god. What is it? What is the maximum timing on level 4? 4 seconds. Yeah. Alright, nonetheless, there's a fight going on the top. Yeah, and that's going to be a free Roche into... Alright, so Aegis. Okay, so Dire playing it smart. Realized their last mistake of we tried to go high ground without Aegis. And they split the map up pretty well. So that, you know, the Radiant team had to kind of respond to that, and they moved bottom. And through that, all that created enough space so that they could just sneak in that Roche. Not really much of a sneak in, but again, with Earthshaker dying, and I mean, not even being able to cast his Echo, like, you know that things did not go well. I don't want to rewind because I have actually another game lined up, I believe. So we'll get to as many as we can today. If you have a game that you want, you know, you lost, you don't know what's going on, feel free to just let me know the game ID, and I'll get into that game. We'll do a replay analysis together. Okay, Lion has an Ags, does not have a TP though. Shame on them. That's always something I look at. I feel like Quap has been doing well, but like her items have been the same for the longest time. Okay, some of the highest. Sven is number 1, and he's your go-to, right? Like his itemization's been on point. Again, Ags, Blink, one of those two, probably very, very good at this point. You need other ways to initiate. You keep getting initiated on. Alright, let's see how this fight comes out. So they're right at the... they're going to go high ground now. And mind you, this PL does have Aegis. I feel like he could be a little bit more aggressive. Clock is on, hiding in the trees there. They're going to wait for the next creep wave. Now, one thing to note is that I would... If I have Aegis, I'm walking up ahead. Right? I'm drawing the aggro on the illusion. Oh, okay. So he catches out the Bane, who gets forced on back. And through that all... The Sven is now going to BKB. This is where you back up. You do need to respect his damage. PL needs to back off. Sonic Wave pushes him back. Mind you, that's through the BKB. Obviously, he took no damage, but the Fiend's Grip will keep him alive for now. The Bane, and now here comes the Echo on the backside. Does catch a nice 3-man, and there's going to be a buyback from Bane. No buyback on Sven. He went all in on this. The clock is getting very, very low. Ursa's been raged up. He's been stuck in the cogs, and he's trying to get on out. The Ice Path is going to miss. The Bane has been stuck. No Force Staff. He's going to die on that one. Really not much else he can go. Ursa is getting very, very low. He's been deny range, but he's going to get to the fountain, and that's going to be it, I believe. A really nice fight there by the Dire side. And some things to note is that, look, you can be aggressive if you have buyback, right? Like, you don't need to buy that last item if you don't have buyback. I think players make the mistake after 25 minutes where... Like, you lose this team fight, you lose the game. And this is what we're going to see now. Like, losing Rax here, probably about 2 sets, I would think. Especially since you don't really have buyback on that Sven. 28 seconds. They can't go Throne, but they can go second set of Rax. But, again, after 25 minutes, everybody starts... They need to start saving for buyback. Okay? And, like, the Dire side, if you look at them, they're all very close to buyback. Pop is a fail. But almost everyone else... pretty much has buyback. Okay? Buyback super important. Super important in a game like this. Because what you can do is that, yeah, you lose your first wave, you picked off the clock, but if you come back 5 strong, and you're going 5v4 now, and they're going high ground, you got a chance. Right? Buyback is just, it's a game changer. You need to understand. Oh, Finger catches him out one last time. That's number 10. This guy's doing some work. Fiend's Grip on the Ogre. Just locking him down. Really no way to kind of get him in. PL's going to be in there. Trying to do as much as he can, but mind you, he's got Aegis, so he can die on this first one. Through that all, he's going to doppelgang back. Try to keep himself alive. Nice blink out by the Lion, who's been making plays. Nice little jumps, and oh, the Sonic Wave catches out on 3. The Ice Path is on the back end of this. The Aegis has now been popped, and it looks like they're going to have to run and scurry back into the fountain. Keep themselves up for a little bit. The blink on back, and the Aghanim's Finger doing a lot of damage to everyone, but no real kills. And plus, mind you, the Van Brace with a +6 spell amp. PL in that case is actually just going to go for the T4s. PL is going on in. The Fiend's Grip is going to kind of lock him into place a little bit. The Ice Path is on that. The Hook Shot is on as well. The Cogs are going to lock in 3, and the nice Finger there. That will secure 2. The Rage. And this Urza is going to have a rough time. He's going to try to go back in. Nice Echo. But to what? Ursa survives with that nice Echo, but a 36-minute Echo, and that was the first good one. And yeah, now a little bit of fountain diving, a little unnecessary. Yo, guys, hit the fucking throne, guys. All right, hit this tower. Just end the game. Sven is dead. Yeah, not really much you can do. So okay, this is a game where nice Force Staff, totally caught him out. Yeah. Like mobility, stuns. So this is why I always preach to the supports, right? You always get that reliable stun. Always get some ways to lock them in, because at the end of the day, the Quap, who's very, very low, how are you going to lock that guy down, right? The laning was terrible. I think the Ursa Bane, to be honest, if you told me that you were going to lane with Ursa Bane, I would have been like, that is an awesome lane for you. right? I feel like that is a super strong lane, but I think it comes down to just familiarity. I can barely speak. With the Bane, I don't think that you understand how to lane and zone properly, right? Second thing is that I feel like you weren't focusing on the right hero. The Ursa went super greedy in terms of items. Like you tried to go first item, like what was it? Battle Fury, right? And you got it at 16, 17 minutes, right? But look at this gap. The first 10 minutes. Look at how bad that is. This is poor. Okay? Let's just look at a quick... to be honest, I feel like Ursa, if you had a better lane, you could have won this game. Itemization again with the BKB, definitely on point, or you needed to have gotten that. But look, I don't always preach this. Well, no, I do always preach this actually. But like, if you're gonna play any hero, you gotta go at least the highest rated guide. Okay, pro tip: don't try to outsmart this stuff. Okay, don't try to outthink it. Yes, after the early game and the core items, these things can be changed. Like, notice how the BKB, if I needed that earlier, I would definitely have got that earlier. Right? I don't need to follow this list to the T. Like, this is when you can start changing things around. When you can kind of maybe outthink the game. Right? But up until that point, you should not be worrying about it. Like, the Orb of Venom, you don't need this. You need stats, the agility, the attributes. All of this stuff will help you in lane because it'll make you stronger, you'll do more damage. Meaning the last hits will come easier to you. And then, plus, when you can start scaling and you get that Wraith Band, which it turns into, you get more stats to make your life even easier. So you're buying things out, you're buying the little items to help you later because that will accelerate things. Okay, you'll do better, you'll get more items, you'll farm faster, and then you'll be able to bully those other guys out of the lane. Because they bullied you out and you had a terrible lane. First 15 minutes was a miserable game for you. And as a core, as a carry, this is on you. You need to find out ways to get, better XP, better, you know what I mean, and farm better. You can't just blame the Bane, who in my opinion did fuck up. But he should have been farming, stacking, and doing other things to kind of help you accelerate your farm. He kept getting out of position and he kept dying as well. They were level 6 at like 8 minutes. So, that's a game-winning lane, right? Especially against the Ursa, who needs to get farm. That said, that's going to be the first game for the day. Thank you for tuning in. Give a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time.